A very big thank you guys to all for all of your support, all of your comments, all of your messages, and also everything that you are doing for this fan channel. We say big love to all of you. So guys, today it's a new day, a new Monday, a new week, and Manchester United, Ruben Amorim and his boys will start training again for the game against Tottenham this weekend. Listen, we are going to be traveling to the Tottenham Stadium, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, to actually play that game. So Manchester United is still within the ranks of getting into the top four this weekend if we are able to get a win over Tottenham. But then we are not going to get ahead of ourselves because the game against game against Nottingham Forest has shown us that little mistakes might just drag us back, and it showed us again that football is a game of fine margins, and if we are not careful, we might just let our dominance slip. Manchester United, with this team that we have, it looks like we have enough talent to qualify us for the UEFA Champions League. But the thing is this: I'm telling you that 5 years from now, when you look back at Manchester United, you're going to be shocked at what Ruben Amorim was able to do with this team. The propaganda is beginning to stir. Yes, everybody out there is beginning to want to start to talk about Ruben Amorim, Manchester United, and how far we are doing. On this note, I want to say thank you. I want to say welcome, all of you, to the Man United Elder Football TV. And on this show, we are going to be discussing a lot of things. Remember, we got a draw against Nottingham Forest on Saturday. It felt like a loss because Manchester United fans were beginning to get used to winning games and also looking up the trajectory and hoping to get into the top four. But then that was not to be, because somehow Nottingham Forest was able to hold Manchester United down to a draw. I love the fact that the players actually was ready to fight for the win. I love the fact that they believe that they can win the game. I love the fact that after the draw, it felt like a loss to them. You could see Bruno Fernandes's face down. You could see how the players didn't feel good about the draw, because within them they felt like the Nottingham Forest was a game they would have won and also get their first time get their noses in the top four of the division. But then it is what it is. What can we do? At least we did not lose the game, and we can take out positives and learn from the game, then move forward, according to the words of Amad Diallo. So first of all, what I want to discuss today is Benjamin Sesko. In recent times we've talked about Benjamin Sesko and how he's come to the team and how he's looking like a good signing, right? Yes. We know that Benjamin Sesko has been good with his link-up play. I think he's been good with the way he takes the ball up there, and the way he welcomes the ball, the touches he makes, coming deep, playing with the midfield, and also linking up the wingers and the number 10 channels on the right and on his left side. I thought that Benjamin Sesko has been really good with that. But we know the first priority, the first duty of a striker is to score goals, right? Exactly. The first duty of a striker is to score goals, and we know that with time the criticisms will start coming Benjamin Sesko's way, and everybody will start looking at him at doing better. I'll tell you that if Benjamin Sesko actually took the game, if he actually took one of the game that he did, yes, if he actually scored one of the goals or one of the opportunities he's got, Manchester United would have been winning the Nottingham Forest game. And now that brings a lot of talking points on the part of Benjamin Sesko. And we are going to be looking at the things that he can do right, where he can improve, and also how other players can actually help Benjamin Sesko. We have a 6.9 foot player standing in the middle of the 18-yard box of the opposition, and we are not seeing crosses into him. And this is why I look at Diogo Dalot, and I look at Diogo Dalot, and I look at this other guy, and I think that they are not doing well. They are not servicing. They are not giving Benjamin Sesko the kind of service that he needs. Most of the times, also, I know that he's been played in. Benjamin Sesko has been played in, and on 3 occasions, I thought that he was supposed to score. You know, when I looked at Benjamin Sesko at RB Leipzig, I saw a striker who can hit the ball really well, even outside the 18-yard box. He can hit the ball from outside the 18-yard box. But so guys, that is what I'm trying to say. That it is very, very clear that Manchester United have to instruct, Ruben Amorim actually have to instruct these other guys, the wing backs and the wingers, to put in more crosses for Benjamin Sesko. At least they have to be looking at him. They have to understand that they have to understand his movement. I think this is the time where Benjamin Sesko and the wing backs have to sit down, have a meeting on how they can actually service him, get the balls into his channel so that he can actually start scoring goals. He needs that confidence. I'm not seeing a confident Benjamin Sesko. I'm just seeing a lad that is in there trying to just meet up with the team demands. I want Benjamin Sesko to start screaming, to start talking to the players, to start demanding for the ball, to start waving, to start talking. It is very important for a striker. That shows the character, that shows the resilience, that shows the hunger, and that shows the desire. You want to be there, you want to be in the channel, you want to score goals. This is the reason why you are a striker. Sometimes the managers can tell you that, okay, you know what, your goals will come, you have to be patient, just play according to her. But then as a striker who wants to make a name for himself, who wants to contribute to Manchester United, you've gotten an assist, you've gotten some goals, you have to also follow through. Yes, let me look at it. Says glory Man United from Malaysia. Hello from Malaysia. Thank you for joining. Desant Sedik, thank you for joining. Right, glory Manchester United. Huda Mushola, welcome. I think that's a Nigerian name. Thank you guys. I want you to rep where you are streaming from. Where are you streaming from? So like I was saying, I think that Benjamin Sesko needs more services. Against Nottingham Forest, he didn't have a good game. I know that. I believe that I saw it that he did not have a good game. Yeah, he could have listen. As a striker, at least get a shot on target, get a shot on goal. Let us see that you are trying to score, so that we can know that yes, this striker is trying to give his all. I don't enjoy the idea of a striker sitting down there and not giving the much that he ought to give, because for whatever reason, I don't know, but I think that Benjamin Sesko should be giving our strikers lot more. Our wing backs, and he should be giving them a lot more shouts. Get the ball into the channels, get the ball into where I am supposed to pick them up and actually do well for myself. That it is very, very important for Benjamin Sesko, I think. So I do not think that it's a wise thing for Benjamin Sesko to always be that guy that would not want to get the ball. He should be ready to get the ball. It is very important, as long as I am concerned. For Benjamin Sesko to thrive at Manchester United, he needs to score goals. It is very, very important. Benjamin Sesko needs to score goals, and the goals have to start coming now. He's being played in every game. What's his name? Mason Mount is not fit enough to play yet, so Benjamin Sesko needs to stake a claim in that number 9 position. It will look funny that Benjamin Sesko is a striker and he will be sat on the bench. They will have to play Cunha in the number 9 position and have Mason Mount play as the number 10, and that does not look good. We bought Benjamin Sesko for well over 70 million or 60 million pounds. He needs to start getting goals. He needs to understand the pressure at Manchester United. He needs to carry the Manchester United pressure on his head or on his shoulder, and then he needs to produce goals, start performing better, because with Benjamin Sesko goals, Manchester United can be winning games. Yes, if we have Matheus Cunha scoring, we have Mbeumo scoring, and we have Benjamin Sesko scoring, then Manchester United can actually be happy to get goals, and this is very important for Manchester United. Yes, I think that it is very important that Benjamin Sesko understands all of this. Yes, that is the first thing I want to talk about today on this live broadcast. So welcome, guys. From wherever you are watching, I want to say welcome. Thank you for joining. I appreciate your presence here. Thank you. What position did Man U finish last season? We finished first. We finished first last season. So I want to make sure, I want every guy to make sure, everybody to make sure that it is important that Benjamin Sesko starts scoring goals. And if we look at Manchester United had a draw last season, right? In our last game we had a draw. We had a draw in our last game, and I believe that with the draw, a lot of negativity is beginning to creep up around Manchester United, which makes me laugh, which makes me laugh actually. Like I don't understand why a draw would look like a bad result for a team like Manchester United, who is trying to grow and become one of the best in Europe like we used to be. A draw away from home cannot be called a bad result. It is obvious that we wanted to win the game. It is obvious that we can win the game. It is obvious that even if they replay that match now, Manchester United will go ahead and win that game. But the thing here is this, which is clear, right? Which is clear. But the thing here is this: we are still a team. We are still a team growing. We are building up this team. It is not like we are not like Man City with a coach who is still there and getting in players as this place is going down. You get in a player there. As this place is going down, you get in a player there. We are not like Man City right now. We are Manchester United, and we are growing our team from the scratch because we've had mediocre we've had mediocre owners, right? We've had mediocre owners. We've had people who do not even understand football coming to be at the helm of the affairs at Manchester United. And right now, what we need to do is be patient with the team. We have to be patient with the team because, yes, we've put in some good run of games, right? And that is fine. But then we should also understand that this the midfield we have is not good enough, right? We also have to understand that we have wing backs who are not good enough, right? And this is something that it will take time for the manager to actually fix. We have a director of football who understands football so much, who understands football and actually knows what to do around there. This director of football was instrumental to bringing Sani Lamens, and we could see what an addition Sani Lamens has been at Manchester United. So when we look at all of these things that he has done, bringing in the likes of Benjamin Sesko and Sani Lamens, which, by the way, I mean Jason Wilcox and Christopher Vivell, when we see the type of players they brought to the club, and you would, as a Manchester United fan, you will actually be comfortable letting them run the club, pinpoint players and bring them at the club that will serve the club better. So I think that we are on a good trajectory. In the last 4 games, we've not lost. In our last 5 games, I think we've lost 1, draw 1, and won 3 games. So we are looking good. Manchester United is looking good. We are not off the radar. A draw is not bad. Because of our ambitions, it looks like a draw is a bad result. But I'm going to tell you clearly that a draw is not a bad result. Welcome, guys. Everybody who's joining this live, I want to say thank you to you. You can give this broadcast a thumbs up. Give the broadcast a thumbs up so that we can get a lot more audience. I'm seeing all of your questions coming in, and I'm going to take them one by one. You can give the live a thumbs up. We are going to be analyzing a lot of things about Manchester United in this broadcast. So do well to give this broadcast a thumbs up. And also you can share this live to a lot more people. It is about Manchester United. We are analyzing everything Manchester United. Also, we can talk about other Premier League clubs after we finish talking about Manchester United. At the end of last season, Ruben Amorim predicted something very, very clearly. He talked about Manchester United actually being looking out for the good days. He said it last season when Manchester United, when he came to the club, he said there were going to be the storm is coming, because he said it, because this is clear. The storm was going to come. He came in, Ruben Amorim came in with a different idea. He came in with a new philosophy, something the players are not used to, something the players are not conversant with, and he was going to implement them immediately. Because let us actually look at it this way. Had it been that Ruben Amorim, after what happened, after the disaster of last season, Ruben Amorim now comes into this season and starts telling you that he wants to implement a new philosophy, he wants to bring in a new style of play. What we witnessed last season will be what we'll be witnessing now, and everybody will be clamoring, sack the manager, because it's a new season. We cannot be losing all of the games in this new season. But Ruben Amorim took the last season and he used it to actually experiment on his pattern of play. And now I think that Ruben Amorim is clearer on what he wants to do. And if you can look in this season, he is getting wins. Even when the team is yet to get the balance, he is getting wins, right? And he said it in the last day of the Premier League last season. He said the bad days have come, and that we should look forward to the good days. And I'm telling you, I am categorical here. I am very, very emphatic and clear here. Look forward to this new for the good days, because the good days are definitely coming. If you look at how Manchester United and the recruitment we have done, you will agree with me that the good days are coming. It is very, very clear, right? We know that Erik ten Hag brought in the likes of Martinez, who is actually a very injury-prone player. He brought in Onana. He brought in who else did he bring in? I thought that Erik ten Hag brought in players whom I thought has not served Manchester United in any capacity aside from Martinez. We cannot point out any player that Erik ten Hag brought to the club that has actually given the club something to hold on to. Martinez, we hear, is back and is training, and it gets a lot of us excited. And what will be the impact of Martinez at Manchester United? What will be the impact right now? And I'm going to let you know this clearly. Martinez looks raring to go. Martinez is ready to come into the game. He's ready to fight. He's ready to give everything. But if we look at it, Luke Shaw also is doing very well in that position. And if we move Luke Shaw to the wing back position and put in Lisandro Martinez in that left CB position, is he going to click in immediately, or are we going to be seeing some more? But then he's played in that position for a while. Also, do you think that Lisandro Martinez will be good putting him in that CDM position with Casemiro? What do you think about that? Putting Lisandro Martinez in the CDM position. I want to get your thoughts. If you're here and you're listening, I want to get your thoughts. What do you think about putting Lisandro Martinez in that CDM position, moving Bruno Fernandes up forward and playing Cunha as a number 9? What do you think about that? I want to get your thoughts. I want to see what you think. What is your response to the next match for Manchester United? We are going to be discussing the Tottenham game very, very soon. Yes, it's part of the discussions today. What do you think about Man United? And what do you see in future? Well, we are going to be discussing all of that. Keep your questions coming. What is your response to the next match for Manchester United? All right, guys, we are going to be discussing about all of this. Just keep your questions coming. But then the comments are so much, and it's difficult to pick all of them out. What I would want you to do, if you want your question attended to earlier enough, you can send in the super chat. Send in your super chat. We can read your question and attend to it immediately, right? So I'm asking a question, guys. What do you think about Lisandro Martinez being played in the box-to-box CDM role? What do you think? Do you think he will be a good addition just by the side of Casemiro, or do you think that Bruno should just continue in his position and let the boys just do their thing? So I will be in the comment section I'll be waiting, right? I'm here. I'll be going through your comments and I'll be waiting. What is your response to the next match against Tottenham? We have a game against Tottenham. Thomas Frank, I don't think he's finding it easy again at Tottenham. Tottenham, by the way, is a very big club. Yes, Tottenham, by the way, is a very big club. I don't think that Thomas Frank. I don't think that Thomas Frank is finding it easy there. I don't know what is going on. The last time I saw their game against Chelsea, they lost 1-0, and the players were not actually happy. If Van Persie shaved his head, he could be the next manager. This back five is not working. He doesn't have the right wing backs. Yeah, we don't have the right wing backs, but I don't understand the idea of Van Persie shaving his hair. What is your response to Manchester United next match? We have Tottenham in our next game, and we are hoping that we will be able to win the game against Tottenham. Yes. What do you think about Manchester United future? Manchester United future looks great. It looks great with the kind of players we have at the club. Manchester United future looks really, really great. We have young players whom I think would grow up the ranks and actually take position. What we are doing now is that we are building a team that will see the young players. We are building a team that will be on an understudy to the younger players, and it would be easy for these younger players to actually slot into these positions and get what they have to get. Yes, that is it. It's very important that we build that team, and also we focus on continuity from what Ruben Amorim is building right now. I'm thinking that Ruben Amorim will stay at the club for a longer time, and he's going to build a legacy at Manchester United. So at least we got a manager who is very, very keen about winning trophies. He's got a manager who is keen about the future, who does not just want to come now, win trophies, but about creating a transition where even if he leaves, there will be a laid down rule of what can happen. Yeah, we also got two good, very young players from Arsenal, Chidobe Martins and Aiden Heaven. They should play. I don't think that Chidobe Martins is good enough right now to start playing for Manchester United. I think he's very young. He should concentrate in his development. I think that he will come off good. He's tall. He has the height, and I feel like he should just keep playing. He's just keep playing, and when he is good enough, he would come onto the first team. For now, I don't think he's good enough. Aiden Heaven has shown really good promise, and I think that Aiden Heaven and Len Yoro might just be the future of Manchester United in the defense. And I think that Aiden Heaven is strong, and he's confident. He can pick. Look, he got an assist in the last game. Even though there was a lot of panic, I think he got an assist in the last game. He is better than what we currently. Don't ever say that again. Don't ever say that again. Chidobe Martins is nowhere near Benjamin Sesko. Chidobe Martins is nowhere near any striker we have in our team right now. I've watched him play. I've seen him play. He is not the guy at all. He has to learn. I've seen him play for Manchester United. As a matter of fact, last season we were playing games with Chidobe Martins, and it was very funny seeing Chidobe Martins play for Manchester United in the first team. It showed how much we have suffered. Chidobe Martins is nowhere near good enough to play in the Premier League. So he should just sit down and actually learn football from the under-18s, the under-19s. That is where he belongs. That is where he should be playing. He is not an early bloomer. He did not show anything that actually would want me to give him a chance in the first team. Nothing of such. So I don't think that Chidobe Martins is that guy. Let us not discuss about Chidobe Martins. He's an under-18, under-19 player, and he should just be there, right? You can get in your questions. So let us talk about the players in the CDM position. We have Carlos Baleba, we have Adam Wharton, we have Elliot Anderson, we have Angelo Stiller, we have the guy from Atalanta. We have so many names in the radar for someone to call, for people who can play in the CDM role for Manchester United. We know that Casemiro is good enough. We know that Casemiro has the ability, has experience. But Casemiro does not have the ability anymore to play that CDM role to properly, and this is a huge problem for Manchester United. And we see what happened against Nottingham Forest. The midfield was porous. These guys were able to run through our midfield at every given time, and it is something that as a Manchester United fan you would not love to see. You would not be happy to be watching all of these things happen. So, and this is the reason why I felt like we shouldn't have actually let Scott McTominay leave the club at the time. But then right now we have a lot of players. We have players actually who are on the radar. And for me, I have narrowed it down to Adam Wharton, Elliot Anderson, and Angelo Stiller. And who do you think what duo do you think? I think Manchester United need two midfield partnership. We need a steady CDM and a box-to-box midfielder. Yes, these are the players that we need in Manchester United to come in and steady the ship at the moment. So tell me what you think. I want to know what partnership. Will it be Adam Wharton, Angelo Stiller, or will it be Angelo Stiller, Anderson, or will it be Anderson, Adam Wharton? Who do you think would actually come in and steady and actually give Manchester United that defensive solidity at the back? I would be in the comment sections. I'll be hoping to get your comments, right? Okay, guys. So, but for me, I think that I would not go for Angelo Stiller because of the experience I have with German players, right? That's why I would not go for Angelo Stiller. I think that Angelo Stiller is slick with his football. You know, he passes the ball very well. He's very good with the final third passing, and also he can get goals. He can play. He can shoot at goal and all of that. I think I like his style of play, Angelo Stiller. But then I've seen a lot of German footballers come to the Premier League and do absolutely nothing. So this is why I would opt for Adam Wharton and Elliot Anderson. See what Rashford is doing. Problem is in the club and not the players. Anthony did well. Marcus Rashford playing for Barcelona does not mean that Manchester United have a problem. We have Bryan Mbeumo at the club doing very well. We have Matheus Cunha who's come to the club and is doing really well. Yeah, we have Bryan Mbeumo who's come to the club, and Bryan Mbeumo has come to the club. Bryan Mbeumo is doing very, very well. Bryan Mbeumo has come to the club, and Bryan Mbeumo is doing really well. And also Matheus Cunha is Jesus Christ. Okay, guys, sorry for the glitch. Yes, right now, if I am going to go for any players, I think I would be going